Hey you guys, it is Crystal Nicole and I'm just jumping in really quick. It is like 11:45. I'm going to bed really soon, but I'm kind of up waiting on my daughter to get home. I don't like going to bed before she's home, even though she's an adult. Nevertheless, I want to say something real quick. There's a lot of concerns and worries that people are having concerning the tariffs, specifically business owners, specifically those who source a lot of their inventory and products and supplies from China. We're not going to go too deep on that. When it comes down to what's happening today, we have to consider God is still in control. And if you're faith based, I want you to take this into consideration. So it's funny that this is actually Easter Sunday as well. But John 19:30, Jesus said, "It is finished." That was it. That means that everything that was supposed to have been done had been done. Everything that was supposed to have been accomplished had already been accomplished. We're just living out our purpose, our prophecies, our destinies. But it's a fixed hand. It's going to be what it's going to be. So, do you not think that God took into account that we will have economy issues when he said we can live in abundance? When he said that we'll thrive and we're more than overcomers, do you think that he did not take into account that there will be debt, that there will be tariffs, that there will be wars of all sorts, that there'll be people stealing and robbing and systematic issues that systematically is set to keep certain people down and to continue to rob from the middle class and pad the pockets of the rich and the wealthy? Do you think all of these things wasn't known to God, who predestined all of us, who knew us before we were born? Do you think all of that wasn't considered? This ain't new. There's nothing new under the sun. It is finished. He knew what was going to happen. He knew what our struggles would be. He gave us tools. He gave us resources. He gave us scriptures and people and gifts and talents to survive through all of this. We have no reason to fear. Everything that was done and could have been done had been done when he said it is finished. Nothing in the middle of the beginning to the end matters. It's a fixed hand. It's a fixed game. We're going to accomplish what he said we're going to accomplish. Our purpose will still be fulfilled, because when Jesus died on the cross, it was all finished. That was all that was needed to be done to set everything else in motion. So when God told you to start that business 4, 5, 6, 17 years ago, he knew that there was going to be complications and tariffs. It didn't matter because it is finished. He still said you can win. He still said you will prosper. He still said you'll be more than an overcomer and be in abundance. But it takes you drawing nearer and doing some fasting and doing some praying and seeking him for instructions, because also in the Bible, the people that he was saving in the book of Exodus, they were not experiencing the same traumas and struggles that the Egyptians were, because he made it clear that even though stuff was messed up all around them, his people still thrived. They were not touched. They did not experience the plagues. They did not lose their firstborn. And they left there with wealth. They left Egypt with the Egyptians' wealth during a time that God was pouring down judgment. Understand that when he said it is finished, it does not mean you will not still be able to do what God says you can do. God told you you can do it. He's told you it was possible. He told you to start the business. And he told you that you are more than an overcomer. And that you got this, and he got you, and that you're his. And you still will win because you are destined to win. You were predestined to be that business owner. You're predestined to be that boss. You're predestined to be that husband, that wife. You're predestined to be that leader. It don't matter what's going on right now. We're not predestined to live in fear. We're not predestined to worry. We take all things to God in prayer. Everything that's happening in between your beginning and your finished is just going through the motions. You're just playing a hand. But when he said it is finished, you already won. Unless you decide to lose, unless you decide to detour, to doubt, to fear, to start operating in a way that shows God that you have more faith, that you will fail than you'll win. Then your faith will work in your favor and let you fail, because if you believe you can't do it, you probably won't. If you believe you're going to be okay, I guarantee you're going to be all right. Because all that God can do, he did. Also, God is not the author of confusion. You have to literally do what he say do, and that's walk by faith and not by sight. Stop paying attention to what everything looks like and pay attention to what you know. Pay attention to what you've been taught. All these years you've been reading the Bible, and now it's time to put this stuff to use, because this is the time in the season where you really gonna have to know God and know these scriptures and understand the word to survive in these days. And this is why he says, study to show yourself approved. Draw near to me, seek me. Don't fear, don't doubt. Take all things to God in prayer. These are instructions that we need. And if you don't use them, you will be one of the ones missing out on what God already completed for you. He already finished it. It's already yours. It's already for you. But you have to know it and believe it and listen to his instructions and seek his face and pray for that guidance. Because man should not live by bread alone. It's not enough just to feed you. You have to also live by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Every word. Because he's making provisions for you physically, but there's some things that only he knows. And he knows the route, and he knows where to lead you, and he knows what direction to take you. But if you're not listening, you're going to miss it. You're going to be lost. You're going to be confused. If you're not following him and not seeking and paying attention to it, you're going to have some problems. That's not what we want. That's not for us. But God has given me 3 different dreams. In those dreams, it was dark. It was stormy. It was bad times. It was gloomy. It was thundering. It was tornadoes. It was calamity everywhere. But it was peaceful where I was. There was peace in my house. I'm on a boat and I'm in the water, but my boat not rocking. I'm traveling somewhere. Everybody else around me is going through some stuff, but I was safe. He showed me that it's going to be a lot going on, and there's going to be a remnant. There's going to be some people who will not be affected by it. And I believe it's going to be the people who's going to do what he said. I wasn't even going to go here today. I was about to get on here and just tell people it's going to be okay. And don't fret and don't worry. Because sometimes I have to tell myself that. And I'm guilty. Sometimes I look at something, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? But then I have to catch myself. And it's okay. You're going to have to keep catching yourself a lot. It's okay. As long as you catch yourself. Check yourself. Humble yourself. Check your heart. Make sure your motives are pure whenever you do things. Make sure you are treating people right. Make sure you're not doing things that you wouldn't want done to you. Make sure you are loving people the way you would want to be loved. Because I guarantee you, if you keep yourself in line and in order, and you move in love, and you move with integrity, and you seek to be a help or a blessing, God will continue to bless you, because that is the heart posture we're supposed to have. We're supposed to be like him and have a likeness like his and treat people a certain way. This ain't the time to be getting mad, calling people names, talking about people, laughing at people who voted for Trump and said this and that. He knew what was going to happen. Nobody can do anything outside of his will or plan. It is finished. It is done. It is established. You just haven't physically seen it yet, but you may never see it if you don't really know and understand that it is finished, it is done, it is established. He gave up his life for it to be finished, for it to be done, for it to be established for you. When we were born, we were already, in God's eyes, what we were going to be. We just got to get there. Only thing that matters is how you keep yourself and how you reverence God and how you study to show yourself approved and how you seek and you pray and you do what you're supposed to do. To be what you're supposed to be and get what you're supposed to have. And I don't care how bad nothing else look. He got you. He got you. It's going to be all good. Find a way to win. Whenever there's something wrong or something going wrong, there's also an equal win in a situation. Most millionaires are born out of situations like this. Find a way to monetize this. Find a way to win in this situation. The way you're going to win is to move the way you would move had it never happened. You have to almost ignore what's happening so you can continue to do what you're supposed to do as if it's not a problem, because it's really not a problem. It's not a problem. It's only a problem if you believe and feel it's a problem. There is another way, and you need to see God for direction on what to do to make sure your business continues to grow, to make sure you continue to scale, to make sure your bills and your things are still paid for, to make sure your homes are safe, your vehicles. We are in a season where things are not looking or feeling or performing. However, it is finished. He still said, you can be and you can have and you will. And it's going to be what it was always going to be and what he said it's going to be. Every possibility is still possible. You're going to go through different seasons. It's a time for everything. This is just a time for this, but you're still good. Be encouraged, and I want you to get it. I want you to understand. And I know that I come on here a lot. I talk a lot. In person, I'm super silly. No one takes me that serious in person because I play too much. Yet, I have this relationship with God that has given me so much peace and understanding, because I had to first know and understand what I'm capable of. I had to first know and understand what God said I could have and how He wants my heart to be postured to receive it. And because I know what I'm supposed to have and what I'm capable of and how His heart is towards His people and how He moves, then I have this solid trust that it's going to be okay. And when you understand your reasoning, your purpose, and yourself, and you, and your gifts, then you'll understand the seasons and the times. And then if you read, you'll see patterns that happen throughout the Bible. That's why we have all these stories. People look at it as if it's somebody just trying to mentally wash people's mind, but you have to really read these stories because they're good. They're entertaining. It's better than reality TV. Nevertheless, it's patterns to it. You have to understand patterns. You have to be able to read the pattern to understand that we're just in a reoccurring pattern. It's happened before, just differently, just in a different time. It just may have looked a little black and white back then. We just live in a color season with a little more technology. But there's nothing new under the sun, because it is finished. Be encouraged. It's okay. We got this. Bye, y'all.